Hello students, today we are going to learn poem 2 of class 9 CBSE syllabus, The Road Not Taken. This poem is written by Robert Frost. Let us know something about our poet. Robert Frost was born in 1874 and he died in 1963. He was born in San Francisco. Frost spent most of his adult life in rural New England. He was an American poet. Actually, what happened was that when he was young with a family, he started writing poems. But unfortunately, the American publishing house did not accept his poems. So, being disappointed, he moved to England, where his first book was published. In order to gain that reputation which he had lost in his own country, he came back to America, and thus he is now known to be the American poet. First of all, let us understand the meaning of the title, The Road Not Taken. See, the road not taken. This symbolizes that there is a situation when we have 2 or 3 options, and out of that we choose one. So here in this poem, there are 2 roads and the poet is standing at the junction, at the fork of the 2 roads. He has to select one and he has to reject one. If we talk about the analytical meaning in the life, then we can say that each one of us have so many opportunities in our life. We have so many choices, we have so many options, and out of that we have to select one. For example, in class 11, a student has to select his stream, which makes an important decision of his life. So now let us understand the poem. 2 roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. This stanza says that the poet is standing somewhere at the fork where he can see 2 roads, and he sees that 2 roads are diverging. They are going in a yellow wood. That means they are going towards the forest, and he is standing at that particular junction. And sorry, I could not travel both. Since it is not possible for him to travel both the roads, so he is feeling sorry for that, because he has to choose one and he has to reject the other one. And be one travel, so to be one traveler, long I stood. Now what is he doing is that he is standing at the junction. He is observing one road till his eyes can see. He is observing till his vision is blocked, and where his vision is blocked is where it bent. That means where the road turns, where it is bending, there his visions get blocked. And also in the undergrowth, that is the places where the plants and shrubs are growing, there at that particular point his vision is being blocked. Now let us move on to the next stanza. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Now the poet is saying that he has chosen the second one. Why he has chosen the second one? Because it was fair. This fair symbolizes the attractiveness of the second path. He has chosen the second trail. And having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. This wanted wear is representing the demand of the road to be used. It is saying that he has chosen the second trail because it was grassy, because the grasses were growing there. What does it symbolize is that the place where the grasses are grown, that means the people have not traveled that place much. So the poet has chosen the second path, which is less traveled by the people. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Now within the fractions of second he could realize that as far as the use is concerned, when he's saying that as for that, here it is talking about the use. So he's saying that as far as the use is concerned, had warned them really about the same. Both the roads are used same. Let's move on to the next stanza. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now he's again in this line, it is telling again the same thing, that he is now observing both the rides. both the routes. Since he has chosen the second route, but now still he is confused. He is now imagining that as if both the routes are equally used, as if both are looking similar, both have the same appearance. Both those steps had trodden block. This trodden means bitten. So it is saying that both the roads are equally bitten by people. Oh, I kept the first for another. Since he was thinking about this thing, a flash of something came in his mind. And what was that is that he has to stick on his decision. He realizes that I have already taken the decision. I have chosen the second road, and now I have to keep the first road for the another day. He knew that one way leads to another way, but still he doubted. Now what he is doubting is that I should ever come, that whether he would come ever back or not. I hope this stanza is clear. Now moving on to the next stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now in this paragraph, the poet is telling that he is feeling very good about a decision. Why? He is saying that I shall be telling with sigh. That means someday in the future, when he is using the word ages and ages, that means he is talking about the future. He is imagining his future, that someday he would realize that there was a time when I had two options, and he has focused the word that I was the one who has chosen the second path, the path which was not used by many people. And this has made all the difference. That means he is very much happy about his decision. In this poem, what we can conclude is that when the poet was standing at the fork, when he had two trails to choose, he selected the second one. He rejected the one. He rejected the one which was more travel, and he has chosen the second. What we can conclude about the nature of the poet is that maybe he is very adventurous, he is risky, he is a challenger, he accepted the challenges, because since the second road was not used much, he take the risk of moving on to the second route. I hope the poem is clear to you.